They are not just birds. They are problem solvers, tool makers, and survivors. Meet the crow, one of nature's most underestimated geniuses. We will explore their intelligence, adaptability, and cultural significance. From forests to cities, their story surprises us. Take a moment to truly observe them. You begin to see a different story. We will peel back myth and misunderstanding. We will explore scientific evidence of their cognitive prowess and their astonishing adaptability. Prepare to see the humble crow in a new light. Their story will change how you see the world around you. To the casual observer, the crow is often dismissed as just another black bird. But look closer. What appears to be simple black is a complex tapestry of glossy iridescent feathers. This isn't pigment, but structural coloration. Microscopic structures on the feathers refract light, creating a stunning sheen of deep blues, violets, and greens that shift with every movement. Their stout, slightly curved bill is a master key for an omnivorous diet. It's strong enough to crack nuts, delicate enough to pick up insects, and sharp enough to scavenge leftovers. This adaptability is a cornerstone of their success. They walk with a confident gait on sturdy black legs, but it's their eyes that truly captivate. Dark, intelligent, and perceptive, they constantly scan their surroundings, assessing threats, identifying opportunities, and even recognizing individual human faces. These are the windows to a keen and calculating mind. The familiar caw is not a single sound, but a complex language. When a crow caws, it often bows its head and puffs out its throat feathers, a physical punctuation to its vocal message, conveying everything from alarm to a greeting. Distinguishing crows from ravens can be tricky. Ravens are noticeably larger, with a heavier dagger-like bill and shaggy throat feathers known as hackles. In the air, a crow's tail is fan-shaped, and its flight is steady flapping. The raven soars more often and has a distinct wedge-shaped tail. Their calls also differ, the crow's higher caw versus the raven's deep croak. Then there's the rook. Adult rooks are identified by a patch of bare, greyish-white skin at the base of their bill, a feature crows lack. However, a young rook, before this patch develops, can look strikingly similar to a crow. Rooks are also more colonial, nesting in large, noisy rookeries. Ultimately, the crow's physical form is a blueprint for a generalist survivor. Every feature, the all-purpose bill, sturdy legs, and keen eyes, is an asset. This physical versatility, combined with a profoundly inquisitive mind, allows them to thrive everywhere from rural fields to the concrete canyons of our biggest cities. So, learning to identify a crow is an exercise in observation. By understanding the subtle differences that set it apart from its corvid cousins, we see the crow not as a generic black bird, but as a unique creature. Paying attention to these details, the tail shape, the feather sheen, the intelligent glint in its eye, unlocks a deeper appreciation for this remarkable bird. The intelligence of the crow is not folklore, it's documented science. Controlled experiments place them among the planet's most intelligent animals, challenging our definitions of cognition. Their abilities aren't just instinct. They are a product of a surprisingly complex mind, with a brain-to-body size ratio that rivals the great apes. In labs, they tackle complex, multi-step puzzles that require foresight, sequencing actions to reach a reward. Famously, they grasp abstract physics. Like in Aesop's fable, crows drop stones into water to raise a floating treat within reach. This demonstrates a genuine understanding of cause and effect, a form of logical reasoning. This ingenuity extends to sophisticated tool manufacturing. The New Caledonian crow fashions probes and hooks from twigs to extract grubs. In a landmark experiment, a crow named Betty, faced with straight wire, spontaneously bent it into a hook to retrieve food. This wasn't trained behavior. It was pure innovation, applying a concept to a novel material. Perhaps their most startling intelligence is social. They remember human faces. In a University of Washington experiment, researchers wore dangerous masks while trapping crows. Years later, the local flock still mobbed anyone wearing that mask, and they teach others. The warning is passed down through generations, a clear example of social learning that forms the basis of animal culture. Their communication is equally complex. A rich vocabulary of caws, clicks, and rattles signals specific predators or food. This vocal language is supplemented by intricate body language. A wing flick or puffed feathers adds critical layers of meaning, creating a communication system of remarkable depth. So what powers this feathered genius? A brain that, relative to body size, is enormous, rivaling that of chimpanzees. The neural density in their forebrain is exceptionally high, allowing for cognitive feats that lead scientists to compare their intelligence to that of a 7-year-old human child, including causal reasoning and future planning. This makes them incredibly adaptable. In cities, crows famously use cars as nutcrackers. They place walnuts in traffic, wait for a car to crush them, and then often wait for the crosswalk signal to safely retrieve their prize. They constantly repurpose human objects, improvising solutions and selecting the best tool for the job. Ultimately, crow intelligence is a collective phenomenon, born from individual brilliance and complex social bonds. As scientists uncover new depths to their cognition, these common blackbirds remind us that genius can be found in the most unexpected of places, right outside our own windows. Where most wildlife sees a hostile landscape of steel and noise, the crow sees opportunity. While many animals retreat from our relentless expansion, crows have not only stayed, they have embraced our cities. They have ingeniously learned to turn the concrete jungle into both a playground for their curious minds and a personal, ever-stocked pantry. Our discarded leftovers provide a high-calorie buffet, far more reliable than foraging in the wild. But it's not just luck, it's surveillance. They meticulously observe our schedules, learning the rhythm of a neighborhood, when trash is put out and when restaurant patios clear. Timing trash collection, predictable patterns equal opportunity. This intelligence extends to using our own systems. A crow places a tough nut on the road for a car to crack. Then, it patiently watches traffic signals, waiting for the walk sign to safely retrieve its prize. Our architecture provides perfect real estate. Tall buildings and billboards become artificial cliffs, offering secure nesting sites far from ground predators like raccoons and cats. They even incorporate our materials, weaving nests from scraps of wire and plastic. Our infrastructure has become their habitat. At dusk, they gather in massive communal roosts. These are not just safe havens, but information hubs where knowledge about food sources and dangers is exchanged. Ironically, our constant presence deters their natural predators like hawks and owls, creating a safety bubble within the city. They raise chicks successfully even in the urban core. They actively manipulate our world, prying open takeout containers or dropping stones into fountains to raise the water level for a drink. Crucially, these are not just instincts. The nut-cracking technique is a learned skill that spreads through the population, a clear example of culture in action. Crows live in forests, grasslands, mountains, and cities, adaptable to nearly any environment. Their legendary memory allows them to cache thousands of food items and recall their locations months later, vital for surviving seasonal scarcity. The crow's success is a masterclass in behavioral flexibility, outthinking the challenges of a world we built for ourselves. They thrive alongside us, coexisting in a shared landscape. As cities change, crow behaviors change, always learning. They exploit new opportunities our built world offers. Their urban mastery is a powerful reminder that in the game of survival, intelligence and adaptability are the ultimate winning hand. Crows hold what researchers call funerals. They gather, observe, and call, behavior thought to assess danger. This lets them learn what or where hazards exist in the landscape. They teach one another, passing techniques across generations. Young crows mimic adults until the skill becomes tradition. Successful behaviors spread across populations, culture in feathers. They play, sliding down snowy roofs, chasing each other for fun. They toss sticks and pine cones, seemingly for enjoyment. They sometimes tease other animals, playful, not predatory. Many people form bonds with local crows by offering food. In return, crows sometimes leave gifts, pebbles, buttons, even lost earrings. This appears to be reciprocity, a recognition of a positive relationship. Cooperative breeding, helpers at the nest, preening, all show complex social bonds. Nightly roosts act like information centers, sharing news of food and danger. Funerals, play, and gifts taken together, they point to a culture. These behaviors suggest emotional depth and social tradition. Crows remind us intelligence isn't limited to mammals. It exists in feathers too. For millennia, crows have flown through human myth, often as omens of death. Seen on battlefields and sites of death, their presence became symbolic. In literature and film, they create an atmosphere of foreboding. But in many traditions, especially Native American, the crow is revered as wisdom and trickster. In Norse myth, Ravens represented thought and memory, symbols of knowledge. Some tales credit crows with bringing fire or daylight, transformers and guides. This dual image, death and wisdom, makes the crow enduringly powerful. They appear in art, sculpture, and popular culture, symbols with layered meanings. Some see an omen, others a teacher, a mirror for human concerns. They embody light and shadow, wisdom and trickery. Across cultures, crows are makers of stories, guardians of secrets. They live at the boundary between our world and the wild, between known and mysterious. Understanding their cultural roles helps us choose how to live with them. The crow, familiar silhouette across our skylines and fields, is far more than just a common bird. We've seen their form, their remarkable minds, their adaptability, and the surprising facts that make them so human-like. They think, learn, and thrive. Proof intelligence is the ultimate survival tool. They challenge what bird brain means and invite empathy. From the forest to the city, the crow is not just a bird, it is a symbol of survival, adaptability, and intelligence. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the secret world of crows, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more animal documentaries.